This is McCook's Mr. Bill, and they told me a kind of a parable and maybe a myth of this area. And sometimes, though, you know, a myth from the old days has more truth in it than the government and what they tell us today. So I'll tell you the story. An old man about 100 years ago went to town on his wagon, horse, got to town and went to the hardware store and got supplies and had the wagon pretty well loaded with one box left to go. And as he was coming out of the hardware store there, general store they called them back then, and he had an old wooden box full of stuff, and there was a bar beside that general store, and out came three cowboys, young bull-headed cowboys, and one of them was packing a gun. Thought himself a gunslinger, he did. And so the old kid, he pulled his pistol out, and he said, "Old man, dance." And he started shooting his gun under that old man's feet, a revolver, 6 shots, blazing away under that poor old man's feet. Now I'm here to tell you the old man tried to dance, and he dropped his box of stuff on the ground. And of course the old man couldn't dance worth a darn, but he tried. As the man that was shooting at him, that young cowboy, he ran out of bullets with that handgun. He ran out of bullets. The 6 shots were gone. And that old man reached over to his wagon and he pulled out his double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun and he pointed it at the kid's face. And he said to the kid, he said, "You ever kiss a horse's butt before?" And that kid's eyes were real big with that shotgun pointing in his face. And that kid said back to him, he said, "No, sir, but I'd sure like to try. I'd sure like to try." A lot of wisdom that can be taken from that story. You don't mess with old people that have been pushed all their lives, because they know how to push back. And they will just wait for the right moment to make you have to do what they want. Don't always think just because there's 3 of you there against 1 that you outnumber the man, because he can pull a gun at any time. I also point out that those in authority, I quite often see young people, when a cop will drive by, well, they'll flip a finger at the cop. And if I see it there in the park, as Mr. Bill, I'll tell him you're being foolish. Because if that cop would happen to glance, and just because he's on down the road don't mean he don't have mirrors, maybe he might see you doing that. And then, down the road, if you do get in trouble, you think he's going to give you a pass after you waved at him with a finger? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm just trying to tell you to be safe and think with common sense and give courtesy to those that deserve it. Now you don't have to bend over, but at the same time, don't go looking for trouble, because you might just find it. Rate this film and have a good day.